In this video, I'm going to go over game 2 from Prep Test 69. So here we have 6 Petri dishes, which are labeled 1 to 6. Okay, so I'm just gonna write it out like that. And they're stored on an otherwise empty refrigerator. There are 3 available shelves: bottom, middle, and top. So whenever I have this sort of arrangement, I am going to actually visually show top, middle, bottom the way that you would see it. So in the first question, they do have bottom, middle, top, right? So you'll have to kind of translate it for that. But for me, I want my diagram to be visually intuitive, so I am going to draw it from bottom to top like this. Okay, the placement of the dishes must be consistent with the following. No more than 3 dishes are stored on any shelf. So we have maximum of 3 per shelf. So this would allow us to store 3 on one shelf and 3 on another shelf. So we don't necessarily have to use all 3 shelves. We could maybe just use 2 of them, at least at this stage. Okay, dish 2 is stored at least 1 shelf above dish 6. Okay, so 2 is at least above 6 by 1 shelf, could be 2, right? So we could have any of these arrangements of those guys. 6 is stored either 1 shelf above or 1 shelf below dish 5. So in this scenario, dish 5 would be here, dish 5 here. Here we could have 2 options. So I'm going to keep showing the options now as I add more information. Dish 1 is not stored on the same shelf as dish 4. All right, so that's just, they're not on the same shelf. I'm gonna have to separate them. And dish 3 is not mentioned at all in the rules. Okay, so dish 3 is wild. Could go anywhere. Yeah, but 1 and 4 can't be together. So if we did want to keep 1 shelf empty, it would have to be either the top shelf or the bottom shelf. Okay, and the reason for that is because of the third rule, where 5 and 6 have to be kind of next to each other, right? So wherever we put that block, the middle shelf is going to have at least one of them in it. And then when we split up 1 and 4, if we wanted to keep 1 shelf empty for some reason, then we could do that by putting dish 3 with dish 6. We would have to put 3 and 6 together, 2 and 5 would have to be together, and 1 and 4 would be separated, and we wouldn't know which one goes with which. So if you do come across a question that requires you to keep a shelf empty, you can kind of see how you could make that happen. Okay, I will do a couple of questions. So question 7, I skipped question 6 because that's a fairly easy one. You just go rule by rule and eliminate the rule breakers. So 7, we have a question specific condition. So if dish 6 is the only dish stored on the bottom shelf, so then we're dealing with one of these 2 scenarios, but we're splitting up 1 and 4 between the top and the middle shelves. Okay, so which one of the following could be the list of dishes that are stored together on the middle shelf? It's going to have to include 5. And then it has to include either 1 or 4 because we have to split those guys up. So E is the correct answer. Question 8. If dish 1, 2, and 3 are stored on the same shelf as each other, which one of the following could be true? So 1, 2, 3, they could be up top here, up top here. Those are our options. So they would have to be on the top shelf. And 3 is our maximum, so we can't add any others to that shelf. So we couldn't have 5 there as well, right? So it would have to be 2 on its own. Okay, so exactly 1 of the dishes is short on the top shelf, 2 on the top shelf. A and B are both out because we would have 3 on the top shelf, right? 1, 2, 3, and then either 6 or 5, 5 or 6, 1 or 4, 4 or 1. Exactly 2 on the middle shelf. Yes, we're going to have exactly 2 on the middle shelf. C is the correct answer. 3 on the middle, 3 on the bottom. No, we're going to have 2 on each of those. Okay. 9. If exactly 1 of the shelves has no dish stored on it. Okay, great. So we kind of prepared for this, right? We've got these 2 options here. Which one of the following must be true? Exactly 3 of the dishes are stored on the bottom shelf. So not necessarily, right? That could be an empty shelf. 3 on the middle shelf. Yes, that's going to have to be true. So the middle shelf will definitely be used. And both of the shelves that are used have to have 3 dishes each because we have 6 dishes and we've got that maximum of 3 per shelf, right? So we're going to have 3 and 3 to make it work. So B is the correct answer. 1 and 5 don't have to be together. 2 and 3 actually can't be together. 4 and 5 could be together but don't have to be, right? So 1 and 4, we just have to make sure to split them up. We don't care which one goes with which other dishes. So I'll stop there and let you complete the rest of the questions on your own. I'm going to move on to and do another video now, but if there were other specific questions with this one that you wanted help with, let me know. Yeah, good luck with your studying.